Hi, my name is Robert Ross. Welcome to another episode of Diversity of Urban Art. We're here today in McCrae Art Studios in Winter Park, where I have a studio. I'm here with 22 other artists. I've been an artist for about 5 years as a painter. I specialize oil paintings in urban and rural landscapes. This particular painting I'd like to talk about is a special one for me because it won an award of honor 2 weeks ago at the Winter Park Autumn Art Festival 2013. This subject is this is Alden Street in Orlando. I was out with a friend once. We were visiting a local gallery further out behind us down on the street. We decided to take a walk as the sun was just getting dark. It was right at about that time when the sun's already down, but the sky hasn't turned black yet. It's kind of a royal blue. It's one of my favorite colors of sky. And as I was walking, I was just taking pictures randomly. I saw this utility van, a beat up old utility van. I mean, it's practically an antique, parked next to this building. And I shot a picture of it. I just loved the square shape of it and how it cut out this light, like, you know, the horizontal shape behind it of the light really immediately drew my eye. The shadows were being strong cast. These are street lights. This is not the moon. These are street lights starting way from far back and coming up to here. And when I painted it, I remember struggling with it because I quickly blocked in the major shapes. There aren't too many shapes here, really. It's just a series of geometric shapes almost. But what was really difficult, I realized, is because it's at night, painting things at night, whether you're on a scene or from a photograph, is really tricky because if it's from a photograph, photographs take anything that's in the shadows and it turns it black. Well, there's almost no black in nature. It's just dark color. So you're always having to remind yourself when you see a photo that what looks black is something else. So you have to remember from what it looked like when you saw something like that before. At night it's a little trickier because I don't go out at night that much and look around in alleys, but I knew that the street was more or less a brick street, so it was a brownish, warm color instead of the cooler asphalt colors that is normally in the street. And basically, I realized that this is almost like 3 colors only in this painting. It's almost like instead of a duotone, it's a tritone. You've got these kind of pale, warm, yellowy whites. Then you've got all these different colors in between, which is not really one color. It's all kinds of colors, warms and cool, this kind of a greenish, really purple here. And then you've got the sky, which is that really deep royal blue that I talked about. And I had a lot of fun in this painting trying to blend the really extremely garishly streetlight lit pavement to blend in with the more shadowed areas. And then this shadow goes into the really stark shadow of the truck on both of these sides. And it's a painting about all different types of subtle gradations between lights and darks, which was fascinating for me to do and still convey the idea that there's something there. For instance, in the back of the truck here we have the tail lights. They're almost not there. They're just slightly darker, just a hint. I remember taking the brush loaded with paint and just going sideways over and over. It's called scumbling or glazing to get these really extreme glary streetlight colors. This won an award, as I said, at the Winter Park Art Fair, and I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm not being egotistical about it, but it was up at another show earlier in a gallery, and it got a lot of attention, so I knew it had a pretty good chance. And I'm very happy because I really like the shapes of Orlando, the different shapes of the city. This too is this took a lot. I probably painted this 3 times before I got it right, because you've got light that's disappearing into the darkness, but it's not. There's no hard edges. You know, the light doesn't start here and stop here. So that was kind of a bit of a challenge. But every time I paint something, I learn something new, and I learned a lot on this painting. I call this painting off duty.